Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is up, guys? This is the Ultimate Warrior here, back with some more LA Noire. So, I don't really have any other thing to add to my introduction, other than let's do this. Let's try to beat this game. Sup, Brian? Sup, SSG Dakota GT? How you guys doing? That's good, man. I'm doing pretty okay myself.
Hey, ladies, get out of the road!
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand.
I personally find this game boring and I regret getting it, but I want to try to beat it before I trade it in. It's very slow paced, and I like more action-y games.
Skipper, is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the short case.
Hey,
Ray Pinker
I
will
gave
let
his
us
wife
know
a
good
tap. I said all's fair in love and war.
A fine morning indeed. We keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Californians love a fast, Phelps. As long as the bricks hold up at San Quentin, there'll always be killers in this town to send.
Greetings from sunny California. Doesn't want to stop.
Oh no, yeah.
Hey!
I try to stream all of the games I get beforehand.
First a letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
You know, Phelps, all these arrests on your record are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolved.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows maketh the man, Phelps. You can't always hit home runs. Sometimes you just gotta make first base.
Like, I have much more fun playing Sonic Mania than this. Part of me kind of wish I kept it.
You're making a right at the next intersection.
All this is just like finding clues and like interviewing people. Gets boring and repetitive.
I need you to take a left at the next corner. Breathe, Phelps. Breathe, damn it! That guy there will lead us up.
I'm steeling myself for what I'm about to see.
That'll just be another dead body, partner. Get used to seeing them. You're the gig when you're working homicide, Phelps.
Oh, I haven't even got Mania yet. That Sonic is probably too classic for me to get. But I think that one is digital. I like the more modern Sonic. I gotta admit though, this game does have some nudity in it. Some graphic stuff. So people under 18, I do not recommend watching this. More or less just to cover my butt. Not sure what I'm going to stream next. A lot of the games I've been playing lately are just boring. I've gotten tired of them.
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Scene secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death?
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I
Thank
doubt
God.
very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
Kind of.
No.
Like a
And no
40s
handbag
movie.
or other personal effects.
Like, yeah, I wish they had Sonic Boom Fire and Ice for the PS4. I'd definitely live stream that. And I'm actually using a guide with this. Just so I could get through this faster.
Find anything interesting?
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
Alright, gotta examine the body, look at the head to find a laundry label. Alright, gotta get evidence marker C and B.
Not everything here is going to be relevant.
That's money. It looks relevant to me. Oh, LA Noire? Yeah, I wanted to play it when it originally came out on the PS3. But being a broke college student at the time, I couldn't afford it.
Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same. No drag marks. The killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Alright, I gotta actually guess if she's being truthful, doubting, or I can accuse her. Which I think she's being truthful in this case.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Well, she was nice. Did I talk to the coroner? Yeah, definitely good cop. You wouldn't come all the way out just to lie. Let's see. The guide tells, alright, use the telephone to add Superior Laundry Service and Hobo Campus locations. See, I would have never gotten that without the guide. Where the heck is the telephone? There it is.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah, she does seem a little bit biased against hobos, but maybe that's all the more reason why she wants to say her piece. Alright, I want a cop car. That way I can take dispatch calls. Move, bro. Really? Lazy. Alright, we got to go to the laundry services first. Alright. Heads up.
No message. If we survive this, it's gonna be a miracle.
Excuse me?
There was no message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written onto them. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow you.
Can't be the same guy is what I'm saying, right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand?
Well, you know, it could still be the same killer. He just could be changing up his tactics. Perhaps to cover his tracks, or perhaps to just throw you guys off. If only these guys were like detectives.
Watch it,
now,
will ya?
where we have all this high-tech stuff.
At least the rain stopped. You can change back into those white bucks now.
Alright, what am I supposed to do next? Okay. Examine the laundry ledger and look for entry F1363 to get an address.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case, and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look. You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
Really?
You wrote the number down on that dress. Is it there?
F1363.
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake.
Alright, what next? Alright, looks like that's where we're headed. That was a rude dude. I wonder how much memory that's gonna set me back. I'm like halfway filled up my PS4. Like
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic types show a particular disposition for this.
I need to get one of those little extra hard drives. He let his assumptions drive his work all the time. Like, bro, you just told me don't try to link all the cases together.
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's procedure. You see to your girls.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Terrelson? Let him search. You got nothing to hide.
Just tell them she was murdered.
Want to hear something funny, Terrelson? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules them out as a suspect.
Alright, clues. In the bedroom on the left, look at the dresser to find an overturned picture and a matchbook for the Baron's bar. What's this?
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Need to check if she was a regular.
I wonder why the picture was turned down.
Uh-oh.
maybe if... No. If you'd excuse me, ladies. So she went out without her handbag? At least she was spared that particular indignity. She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind. Lars was out in the rain last night. We could see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene. Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
And now for the somewhat fun part.
I'll be out of your way momentarily, ladies.
No, he's a gentleman.
For the record, Mr. Terrellson, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
All right, here we go. Possible suspects.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
It's hard. This one's hard. I'm going to say good cop. Or accused. No, it's hard at first, but, yeah, I should have went with my first gut. He's lying. Accused.
I think you're lying, Lars. I think you were mad at your wife for embarrassing you in front of your friends. I think you came back here and strangled her and then dumped her body on the hill.
You think I strangled my wife? How do you expect to prove that?
Well, the bow rope.
Your wife was strangled with triple braid rope. The bow line from your boat is a perfect match.
Look, I know this looks bad. I'm gonna have to come to terms with the fact that I let her go.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
I don't think that's the truth. Yeah, bad cop.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. A bar down on North Beaudry Avenue. Baron's Bar. She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me. I go and bring her home.
Victim's state of mind.
Mr. Terrellson, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
Alright, we found that overturned picture So I think it should be accused with that as evidence. No, it's actually bad cop, but I know it wasn't good cop.
Spill it, Terrellson. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. Paid the sitter and went to bed.
I don't think you're telling the truth. Accuse!
You're lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
Evidence, muddy shoes or a wet jacket.
You were out in the rain. You got soaked, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me. Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car this morning.
Thanks for answering our questions, Mr. Terrellson. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wife's body.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, if you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life.
Yep.
We could break the husband's story right now. Call in, get some uniforms dispatched to check out his alibi.
Alright, what next? Gotta go to... Alright, use the telephone before heading out.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks, ma'am.
What next? Alright, we gotta go to Baron's bar.
Appreciate your time, sir.
That don't look like the police car I
You
had.
believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
$5,000. Wish I could buy a house for $5,000.
Watch where you're driving, you maniac! Just go easy, Phelps.
You're not helping.
Gents, drink?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Terrellson?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
Alright, last contact.
What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
I think he's telling the truth.
On foot? In a car? By bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
She wants a 5-star goddamn wedding.
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable.
Ugh. Sorry.
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
Yeah, something's ain't right. He ain't telling the truth. Bad cop.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, 2 creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other man?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Any idea where she was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
I think he's telling the truth. Good cop.
The husband said she wanted to go dancing.
Yeah, she always wants to dance when she's been drinking. She was trying to talk some guys into taking her to one of the dance halls.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
This is Bates.
That's him.
LAPD, don't make me chase you, shitbird.
Uh-oh.
We can't let the son of a bitch get away.
I have to give chase.
Go, Phelps, get after him. Come on, we got a ride. Get in and drive.
I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Raced?
Move, bro.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine.
You need a Tommy gun, bro.
Hit it. Clean this asshole off the road. Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
Let's end this part.
All right, you got me. I've had enough.
Put your hands in the air!
And wave him like he's a stunt
Okay,
kid.
Bates.
Don't
You're gonna
care.
answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
gonna say doubt. Buttercup.
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your Salty had the same idea.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor Boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
I feel like it's a bad cop.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault. Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help,
I
Detective?
recognize that guy from the...
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thank you.
Car 11K, we have a response on your APB regarding yellow cab number 3591. The vehicle has been identified at a gas station. Now heading west on 7th Street.
Garage on 7th Street. Let's hit it, Phelps. The cab driver might tie this whole thing together. Jesus, Phelps!
I hope you're right.
You see our taxi anywhere?
We're taking the next left.
Yellow cab number 3591, sighted at the corner of Wilshire and Whitmer. Repeat, Wilshire and Whitmer, 11K.
Where's that cab got to now?
Okay, at the next corner, hang a right.
on yellow cab number 3591. Vehicle identified at Reggie's Cafe, heading north on Whitmer. KGPL
359.
LAPD, we're investigating a murder.
What's that got to do with me?
The fare you picked up from Barron's bar last night. What was the woman wearing?
It's a green dress. Oh, don't tell me something's happened to her.
Tell me about her.
She was with this sailor, and he was all over her. She wasn't having any of it. Said she just wanted to dance. But he had that look in his eye.
Where did you drop them off?
It's at the Crystal Ballroom.
What time?
After midnight. 12:30? Something like that.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Well, that's gonna ruin my day.
You don't need to turn here. Stay on this road. Straight ahead.
Whoa.
Take the next right. Cole, come on! Straight on. Up ahead, you make a right. Slow and steady, come on! How's that just been?
That's the guy from the papers. Solved that big case.
He's in interview too.
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning. You went to Barron's bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrellson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
You're lying. Bad cop.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrellson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
You're lying.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup. Where did you go after the Crystal Ballroom?
I think the wind had gone out of her sails by then. She caught a cab, and I caught a bus back to the base.
Bad cop.
We spoke to the cab driver. Tell us what really happened at the Crystal Ballroom.
I'd had enough. She was all upset about her husband bawling about her kids. She looked old. Left around closing, maybe 1:30. Got on a bus and she fell asleep on my shoulder.
Which bus?
An All-American, 249. I went past her place. She jumped off and I stayed on it downtown. After that, I caught another bus to San Pedro. The Indiana's down there. She's being scrapped.
And that was the last you saw of Teresa?
Yeah, that's right. We didn't say much. I think she was kind of embarrassed.
The cab driver said that you were getting pretty familiar with Teresa.
It's not how I'd put it.
Bad cop.
So the last thing you wanted was her playing hard to get. Did that make you mad, sailor?
Yeah, it did. She knew what a guy's looking for. All broads do. Dancing comes second.
And what happened at the Crystal Ballroom?
Nothing. Not even a little hand relief. She had another couple of drinks. There was no fun left in her. Just poured her guts out to some bartender.
We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in two in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Brand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assault.
Thanks.
What now? Drive all the way to San Pedro and check his locker?
Let's see if the bus story checks out.
There's a depot at 1660 Beverly Boulevard.
According to the guide, we need to go to the bus depot.
3 suspects in the can and 1 on the hoof. And still no hard evidence on any of them.
KGPL to car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, could we have Lars Easy!
105 North Avenue, 11K, roger.
This won't be finishing that.
God, you're gonna kill us!
Yeah, don't go to the hobo place yet.
Keep on going through here. What are we waiting for?
Sorry, bro. Speak to the woman at the front desk.
And thank you, ma'am. You have a safe trip now. Where are you boys headed today?
LAPD. We're after the driver of All-American 249. Would have been around midnight onwards last night.
Just a minute. Frank Zeffirelli. He's your man.
Where can we find him?
Frank is out on the 7-4.
Can you tell us the route?
Hang on. I should have it mapped out here somewhere.
I'll need to run the loop.
We're not going to drive the whole thing, are we?
Won't take long. We have a siren.
Yo, where's my car? Or how do you expect me to drive this thing if I don't have my car?
All-American 7-4. Let's go get him.
Yeah. Turn on your siren and follow the bus clockwise.
This could be a long trip, Cole.
Or it could be a short one.
And here's me without my hip flask and only a pain in the ass for company.
Way to kick off the drive in high spirits, Rusty. Comments like that put me in just the right mood for some legwork.
Touchy.
You know what your problem is? You don't like hard work. This kind of rigorous search is what police work is all about. Discipline.
Save it, Phelps. You're just as bored as I am.
Oh, so people move if I got my siren on.
Nope, still no sign of him.
Did you doze off, Rusty? I think you slept through my solving the case.
Yeah, very funny. You just give me a nudge if you see him, right?
How about you nudge me?
I think that's a job for your wife.
Oh,
Did you say it's a job for my wife? Well, yeah. It is.
How long is this bus route?
It actually covers an area around the size of Central Division.
The probability is we'll find it about halfway around.
Bad luck says we'll be chasing it all night.
This is starting to grate a little.
You know, whatever happened to the joys of rigorous search? Dogged police work, you know?
They went out the window about 2 blocks ago.
Hey, this could be a Cole Phelps I'll grow to love.
Don't count on it.
Haha. I know. Losing a bit of your discipline there, aren't you, Phelps?
Whoa, if someone reports this...
starting to hurt my ears.
That's the bus we're looking for. Ease in behind her and get her to the side of the road.
There's some kind of problem, buddy?
LAPD, we're investigating a murder. You had a sailor and a woman in a green dress on your bus late last night?
That's correct.
And the woman got off first, around 2 a.m.?
Yeah, that's right. And the sailor stayed on all the way to downtown.
Can you tell us where you let the woman off?
On California Street. To tell you the truth, she looked a little lost, like she got off on the wrong stop or something. I didn't like dropping her off near that hobo camp.
You've been a big help, Mr. Zeffirelli.
So Sailor Boy escaped by the seat of his bell-bottom trousers. He left the broad alive.
Left her by the hobo camp.
Which means he's as good as killed her.
We can't eliminate any of them, but the disfigured man should be our starting point.
We better call for some backup. These bows hate cops.
Next up, leave your partner to gun down the camp's occupants in cold blood while you have a fist fight with Stuart Ackerman. Once he's out for the count, head into the shack. Okay.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought.
So, nice to know I got spoiled and there's gonna be a fight, but whatever.
Go right through here.
Whatever.
I need you to take a left at the next corner. Hey, come on! You're taking the next left. Up ahead, you turn left. Straight ahead.
LAPD, we'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far. I need you to stay copacetic. We need to hold out to the cavalry battle. How do we do that? Like this.
You've been waiting for this.
If you want your rightful share, we need to fight for it.
Oh.
These men know they're harboring a murderer. What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it, see what you find.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack.
Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney.
We need your help, Jack.
I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. For God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin. It doesn't appear to be connected. Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
See him?
Mister?
Alright, where do I go next?
Down the street.
Here we are. Yeah, some of those hobos do the back to freak out.
The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same shtick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession, and we can charge the bum with murder. Calm down. We're going this way.
Lead the way, man.
Yeah, I want to make homicide. You know you've got it made if you can get to that desk.
I want to make homicide. You know you made it if you can get that desk.
Isn't that the cop who solved the big case and got promoted?
No good John with me, detective.
You could tell me where the guy is. This is bull crap. Can't interview this guy if we can't find him. Like, is that him?
As the cannibals finished off eating the clown, one said, "Did that
Any
taste
ideas?
funny to you?"
I couldn't even hear his joke.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrellson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
Ha, yeah, liar.
You hate women, Ackerman?
More than you could ever imagine.
How much did you hate Mrs. Terrellson?
I I ache to put my seed in them. Afterwards, I have no use for them.
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrellson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Where were you around 2 a.m. last night?
At the camp.
You were up on the hill. You were seen during the day. We have a witness. We have evidence. Come clean with me, Ackerman, and I'll see what I can do for you.
I despise your pity. You have nothing that links me to this woman.
We have you cold, Ackerman. Her purse and the ballroom ticket were in your lean-to. Tell us why you did it.
I kill because people need killing. It's what I was trained to do.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Terrellson will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
And now my heart's a blazing ruin. You say that you were only fooling. Don't walk away. Don't do me wrong. Don't leave me singing this torched song when I'm burning.
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta go turn the light off.
I want to make homicide. You know you made it.
Say, can I borrow some of that mascara?
Hey, Cole, let's get moving.
Alright, I'm just about back.
What are we waiting for?
Chill out. Not like you want to do when you work anyway.
Another body and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
What exactly did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, Mills? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
Continue to respond.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
We're going straight here. Anyone can call it.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sakes.
And he always maintained he was set up.
Yeah, well, we're gonna take a little detour.
Through this intersection.
Watch where you're driving, you maniac!
Hang a right. Take the next left.
Any central units, 459 suspects to be taken into custody at the trolley station on Lucas Avenue. Stand by for further.
This is Car 11 King. Go ahead with the further.
11 King, 2459 suspects sighted in the vicinity of the trolley station on Lucas Avenue between Court and Colton.
Stay on this road.
You should have iced those folks.
You leave no witnesses, you stay out of the
I'm not
post.
riding all the way to Santa Ana and then on to Cincinnati with you pissing in my
But
ear.
I'm tired of always being on the lam.
I don't have a choice. A stick-up charge is still a stick-up charge, and I ain't going back inside.
You're both coming with me. Don't do anything stupid.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Whoa.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
Gotcha.
Put your hands where I can see them. Car 11K calling KGPL. Code 4 at the Lucas Avenue trolley station. The 459 suspects are in custody.
Roger, 11K. All units, code 4 on the 459 suspects at the Lucas Avenue trolley station.
Units in the vicinity.
Head right. So wait for the next turning and go right. Attaboy, up there you go right now.
Take the next left.
Just ignore this turn.
KGPL to all units. Citizen reports man with a gun. Union and Rockwood Street. Union and Rockwood Street. Unit to handle code 2. Identify.
I guess we'll be going over here.
Go right through here.
That was so close too, darn it.
Slow and steady, come on. Straight on. You need to turn left at the next junction. Take the next left. Just go easy, Phelps. Okay, at the next corner, go right.
KGPL to all units. Citizen reports man with a gun. Union and Rockwood Street. Union and Rockwood Street. Unit to handle code 2. Identify.
11K, go ahead.
11 King. Citizen reports man with a gun at the intersection of Union Avenue and
God damn it! I said cough it up! I'm not gonna say it again. That's it, old man. I've had enough of your gibberish.
Give it up! LAPD!
Don't push me!
Hurry! You can still catch him.
There he is, officer.
What are you, a linebacker?
There he is. See him? Lock him up and throw away the key.
When is America going to understand? It's not about getting, it's about giving.
Ah, darn it.
KGPL to all units. Citizen reports man with a gun. Union and Rockwood Street. Union and Rockwood Street. Unit to handle code 2. Identify.
11K, go ahead.
11 King. Citizen reports man with a gun.
God damn it! I said cough it up! I'm not gonna say it again. That's it, old man. I've had enough of your gibberish.
Give it up! LAPD!
You're not the only one in the street.
Hurry! You can still catch him.
Like, I wasn't about to go there. Like, I got things to do. Let's just end it now. End it now. Let's see. I'll do one more case after this, and then I should get promoted, and I think I'll call it a night.
Stay on this road. Straight ahead.
Officer needs help, 103 and B.
Nice.
We're making a right at the next intersection. Run, you fucking idiots!
Sorry!
don't care.
My partner isn't the greatest driver in the world!
Whew.
How can I help you boys?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. You'll feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip. Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
God, you're gonna kill us!
We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Herb is having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that one?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. If the Dahlia letters are genuine, then the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Muller.
And how do we prove that? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
Yeah, I looked it up not too long ago. Dahlia murder actually took place.
If we survive this, it's gonna be a miracle. Take the next right. Gently.
Her body was actually like severed in half.
You need to turn left at the next junction.
And anus dilated.
Turn back, we're going the wrong way.
Around to the right. Cole, come on!
Thanks for the tip.
Turn left at this one here. Okay, so go left at the next one. Go right through here. Keep on going through here.
Well, there's that.
I'm sorry, sir. Police officer.
Not in
I
your
need your
life,
car.
Buster.
Up ahead, you turn left. Okay, so go left at the next one. Go right through here. Cole!
You boys ready? Follow me.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak to the captain.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. I just don't like it. Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
Beautiful day. I hope we have no trouble.
What's your beef with this guy, Phelps?
This doesn't pertain to the case.
Want to leave me alone so I can get some work done? Go play in front of the trains.
What are you thinking, Ray?
The city keeps tossing us dead bodies. We're just running to catch up.
Circumstantial.